Month after month, I stood up and I said, this is going to come to a neighborhood near you. Well, we're here. We're here. We're getting no support on this national crisis, and we're receiving no support. And let me tell you something, New Yorkers. Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this. I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City. We're getting 10,000 migrants a month.
Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Today, we want to talk about Mayor Eric Adams of New York City and his recent speech that he had on the migration issue that's happening in New York. So we all know that Texas has been getting overwhelmed for years now. So they've been getting about 2 million plus people per year for as long as many people can remember. And up until last year, it had just been a southern border problem. So Texas, New Mexico, California had been basically the main places of where the migrants, where they come over, they would settle there. So what happened is that the governor in Texas, he began asking people. He's like, "Hey, do you guys want to go to different parts of the country?" And people would basically volunteer. "Hey, I'm looking to go to Chicago. I'm looking to go to DC. I'm looking to go to New York." So buses has now been transferring people to the locations where they want to go. And as Mayor Adams is saying here, that there was almost 10,000 people per month are now being brought into New York City. I'm going to play an additional video here. We can watch that and come back and talk about it afterwards.
Turned this city around in 20 months. And then what happened? Started with a madman down in Texas, decided he wanted to bus people up to New York City. 110,000 migrants. We have to feed, clothe, house, educate the children, wash their laundry sheets, give them everything they need, health care. And this team here, we stated, let's do everything possible before we have to push it out into neighborhoods and communities. One time we were just getting Venezuela. Now we're getting Ecuador. Now we're getting Russian speaking coming through Mexico. Now we're getting Western Africa. Now we're getting people from all over the globe have made their minds up that they're going to come through the southern part of the border and come into New York City. And everyone is saying it's New York City's problem. Every community in this city is going to be impacted. We got a $12 billion deficit that we're going to have to cut. Every service in this city is going to be impacted. All of us. And so I say to you, as I turn it over to you, this is some of the most educated, some of the most knowledgeable, probably more of my commissioners and deputy commissioners and chiefs live in this community. So as you ask me a question about migrants, tell me what role you played. How many of you organized to stop what they're doing to us? How many of you were part of the movement to say, we're seeing what this mayor is trying to do and they're destroying New York City? It's going to come to your neighborhoods. All of us are going to be impacted by this.
All right, perfect. So we see there Mayor Adams' thoughts overall on this particular process. This is going to be a serious issue moving forward. And what's happening right now is that the overall sentiment that's focused around Joe Biden, around the Democratic Party, is beginning to change. There was recently a story of a liberal candidate in Minnesota who had been supporting defund the police and who had been all for it. And she was recently beaten pretty violently as she was looking to just going her out about her regular day, beating in front of her children, and then she starts calling about where is the police. Many of the policies that were put in place and that were championed during 2020 and 2021 are coming back to bite those who were championing them in particular. This is an interesting process right now. Many people who were on one side are realizing what many of us stated from the beginning. You can't defund the police, and then who will you call once that happens? Again, also, you can't have open borders. And as Mayor Adams was saying, That is not only just people from the south, but also people from Russia, people from Africa, people from all different parts of the world. You don't know exactly who's coming across your border. What people are doing for the most part, the immigration process here to get to America is pretty stringent, but obviously it's pretty simple to get to Haiti or to get to anywhere that's in this southern hemisphere. And then once you get there, you just walk across the border for the most part. So people are coming in however they feel like it, and we don't know exactly who it is that is entering the country. This is an interesting process, and for sure, as he said, there's no clear end in sight on how this works. So we'll see exactly what happens. Many people who are decent and are common knowledge are saying, "Hey, let's have order and let's have um, the ability to filter out who is coming in and who is not coming in. No one would let their front door just be open wide for anyone to walk in. So why also should we allow the country to be entered in such a way? What are your thoughts? Please comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.